Well, I wasn't planning on doing this on video, but I got to show you guys something. What? I'm going to show you my website. What do you guys think I was talking about? All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been trying to keep you all posted and updated on what's been going on. Trying to get settled and caught up has been a complete bear. Way more than I expected, and everything's going much slower than I anticipated. So it has not been easy, and I just continue to fall further and further behind. With that being said, I had made a commitment to try to get the website relaunched in December, early December, before the holidays, if at all possible. My original goal was the first week of December. I clearly missed that target, but it is what it is. So here we are today. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the new website, show you around a little bit for anyone that is interested. Because some things have changed. I added some things, removed some things, and I've just changed the look a little bit. So if that interests you, stick around for a few minutes and we will dive right in. And by the way, this video will likely draw some customers as well as, of course, my normal audience. So if you are new to the channel and you're interested in more about Black Tie Barn and my business and also learning candle making, learning how to run a candle making business and so on, then definitely consider subscribing and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first thing first, the website is still the same. It is blacktiebarn.com. Now, right now, if you were to go to this site, well, depending on when you're seeing this video, but at this very moment in time, there is a password protection on the page, and it just says that we are going to be relaunching soon, and enter your email if you'd like to be notified when. Now, I'm going to be entering in the password so I can show you a little bit around. Now, depending on when you're watching this, the site may or may not be live. So this could be several hours before the site is live. This could be minutes before the site goes live, or the site might already be up. And for those of you other fellow candle makers and candle business owners, if you are interested in more detail about setting up a website, both what you see today on the surface, as well as the back end, more under the hood of building the website, let me know in the comment section below. I have considered doing a couple live classes with whoever is interested in doing that, whether you are just wanting to make some changes to your website or if you're looking to build one from scratch. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get logged in. Let's get going. All right, so here we are at the main landing page. And right now, these customizable bars at the top, there's the cookie pop-up. Across the top here, I've got two bars. Now, the main bar is just some kind of announcement, like something I'm always going to announce probably is the free ground shipping offer on certain size orders. And then under that one, for now, I've added an additional bar that just says shipping delays during the holiday season are expected. Consider priority shipping for faster delivery. As most of you know, it's really hard to control shipping. We really can't. Once it leaves our hands, we have no control over how long something takes. So I think adding a little bit of information at the top can help your customers out. All right, so if we scroll down, we'll get to the bulk of the actual storefront. And across the top here, I've got my normal menu, logo at the top. You've got a search field, login for accounts, create an account, and your cart. This is all really standard stuff. But most of you are probably here for more of the meat and potatoes. So as of right now this is going to change. I'm definitely going to expand the website more. But as of right now, these are the main menus I have. About, candles, wax melts, resources, and for makers. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute because I have a couple new announcements, new things that I've never offered before that might interest you candle makers in particular. But before we get into this menus, let's take a look more at the actual homepage. So I've just got a standard slider at the top, something I'll change up periodically. And then scroll down a little bit, we'll get featured collections. Now these are the four primary collections I have at the moment. The ambient collection, which is my 2-wick, 13.5 ounce candle. These come in several bold colors and in several scents. Now most of them right now are seasonal, but there are a few that are not as well. And then we have our classic collection. This is the original Black Tie Barn collection in our standard 7 ounce jars. It's a mixture of 7 ounce straight sided jars and little short mason jars. And they come in a variety of fragrances. And then I've got the Hideaway collection, which is the newest of the collections I have. And then next is the Winter Woodwick collection. Now this is something generally only offered during Christmas, during the holidays, during winter. And you'll see that they've got a specific label that I only use as well on those jars. Scroll down a little further, I say, or shop makers favorites. Now this is something new. And if we click on this, it will take you to some of my own personal favorites of my own products. Now, I say that with a caveat, and that is we all have personal favorites and interests. What I like, you may not like at all, and vice versa. So these are some of my personal favorites. It doesn't mean they're bestsellers. It doesn't mean that you will like them. Just if you're interested in what I like, that you'll find them there. Scroll down a little bit further, just a few banner pictures here, and then a link to shop all candles. And if you click this, it will take you not to a specific collection, but to all the products that I offer. And then you can filter them with a filter menu on the left, which I'll show you here shortly. Next, we have trending. Trending is basically which items are popular at the moment. It doesn't necessarily mean best overall sellers. It just means trending, usually because of a time of year, season, holiday, something like that. And so you'll find a collection of things that are trending the most. And sometimes you'll be shocked. Many items will be trending kind of all year long, regardless of the season. And then next, just some more banner pictures. And then I highlight the Winter Woodwick collection just because of the time of year. Another banner image. And then a link to About Black Tie Barn. And we'll visit each of these pages one by one here in just. And then at the bottom, you'll see a carousel of different reviews. Now, one comment about reviews is I've changed websites entirely, themes entirely, back-end products and applications entirely. So I have not migrated most of anything from the previous site. And I've changed review applications entirely. So unfortunately, I'm having to import or manually put these back on the new site. So I've only added a few of them so far, just so that there's something in place on the website. But unfortunately, if you go to most of the products collections, you're not going to really see any reviews for a while till either I get new ones added or I have a chance to import and migrate the old ones over. But it is what it is for now. There's 3 just to show you what it would look like. The accent color I went for now is this greenish color. So my main colors, of course, are black and white, and then I've got some brown mixed in, and then this green. I just wanted a little bit more of a contrasting element, a little bit of color, and that's what I went with. And I like green, so it works for me. And then at the very bottom, we have our footer, and we have our newsletter here on the left, and that is if you want to join the newsletter specifically for our products for Black Tie Barn as a customer. I have a separate newsletter for all of you makers and business owners. And then if you move over, we've got customer care. This is another link to our About Us page, our shipping return, privacy policies, terms of service, fax, and contact us. And then useful info, wholesale, stockist, more about our store, which is not open yet, and then some blog and news, which I have nothing to add at that in the moment. It is coming soon. And then lastly, the get in touch, contact us link. Okay, so let's scroll all the way back up to the top. Now let's go ahead and start with the About page. And I'm not going to read this all entirely. You guys can read this if you're interested, but it's just a little bit about the brand and why I got started in the first place. A photo of me, of course, and talk a little bit about behind the brand. And then why candles and what got me interested in that, as well as a link to YouTube with a video showing about how I got started if you find that interesting. And then what's kind of behind our products and why we do it, the type of products, the passion we have for not only making products, but helping other make products as well, and the type of materials and things that we use. And then there's a few breakdowns more specifically on products, purpose, and passion if you are interested. So if we scroll back up, let's go ahead and dive into candles. Now, when you expand the candles menu, you get 4 categories. One is by season, by collection, by type, which right now I didn't really break that out. It's just a link to shop all candles, and then by holiday. So let's start off with our, hideaway collection. That'll work. Now, all these collections are going to work the same. They're going to have the same layout. There's going to be a name of the collection and what that collection is about, and then a list of all the products with images. And if you roll over, you can see if you hover over, you get a new image. And then you see the name of the product, the price of the product, and if it has a review, you'll see that here, which again, most of them won't at this point. And then to the left, you'll notice these filters. So you can see what's in stock and out of stock. You can filter out by fragrance profile. So if you really like woody and earthy and you have no interest in sweet or spicy, then you can ignore those and you could just select woody and earthy. Or maybe you just want sweet and spicy, then you can select that. I also have added this element of best for room size. Now, room size is a very speculative thing. I could put square footage and that, but there's so much subjectivity in how strong a candle smells in different rooms. But for general purposes, I thought putting this in the filters to help customers understand that this particular product, this size or this type of candle is best in general terms for these types of rooms, like small rooms like bathrooms and small bedrooms, or more medium-sized rooms, or larger rooms like a kitchen, a living room, things like that. And then you can also sort by color, and in this case, they're all just black, so there's no other filters here. Finally, by price and by size. So let's go take a look at one of these products, for example. Let's go down to, here we go. So So if we open up this specific product, you'll get a few more product images, and you can kind of go through these. I'm on a small screen, by the way, so it's not showing very well. Actually, let's see if I can just shrink this down a little bit and get some better real estate. There we go. So if we open up one of these images, we'll get a few other images to look at. As you can see here, even an example of the label up close. And then over on the right, if there's a review, it will be shown the price, the quantity, add to cart. Everything's pretty standard here. By default, the description of the fragrance will be opened up. And this is just something I've added and typed up to explain to a customer the best I can what a fragrance is like, or what this candle in particular is like. And then I also, for all wood-wick candles, I have this link to a note about wood-wick candles, because most of you candle makers know that wood-wicks burn differently. And they also have some interesting things to know about them. They are really, really awesome candles, but they are different than cotton wicks. Cotton wicks are very, very consistent candle to candle. Wood wicks can burn a little bit different candle to candle. So I just talk about that a little bit here in a separate page, just to help the customer out. And then if you scroll down, I also have these other tabs for fragrance profile and notes. So this is where I've added woody and earthy, sweet and spicy, and then the actual notes themselves. So you've got your profiles up here and then the specific notes in the fragrance. And then additional info, which is the size of the candle, approximate burn time, type of wax blend, dimensions of the total candle, and then a little bit more about using wood wicks. And then finally, instructions for use. This is really your warning and safety information, basically how to burn a candle and how to keep your wicks trimmed. Of course, you can share the product, and then if there are reviews on the product, you can see those down here with a little bit more information of each of those reviews. And then also the recommendation. If you like this candle, you might like these other ones as well. So let's take a look at the ambient collection. Modern, bold, these 2-wick candles will fit nearly any decor while scenting your larger rooms. So you can see a list of these here. Same concept, you roll over, you get a new image. And if you click on any of them, you will have the same process. You can take a look at a few other images. If we go back, this one has a little bit more variety, so more colors to choose from. If you want to filter those down, like you only want to see green, well, let's look at the green ones. And these ones are listed in green because they are green in some other candles, as well as there is some green on the label. But of course, your primary color here, that's all green. Or maybe you don't care about the color. You want something that is aquatic. Well, here we'll have Orchid Springs and Seaside and Cove. If you're looking for, fresh and citrus, then you'll find these, and so on. So I really like the filters. I hope that really helps customers sort this out. And then other candles, we have the standard collection, which we talked about, is the original Black Tie Barn collection. A lot of products here to choose from, and with the same filters available. We have the Winter Woodwick collection. I'm not going to go into details on all these, but these are, more popular this time of year, obviously. And then lastly, the Maker's Favorites I mentioned earlier on the main homepage. If you select this, you will see some of the candles that I am a biggest fan of personally of my own collection. That could be because of the fragrance or the way it burns. I like most of the products I make, obviously. There are some that customers like more than I do, and there's some that I like a lot that other customers necessarily don't. For example, I like leather scents, so that's listed there. Sweet tobacco and tobacco sugar, these are really popular with a lot of people, not just me, but Fraser Fur obviously this time of year sells like hotcakes. So yeah, that's basically what Maker's Favorites are. It says a collection of Wade's personal favorites. To each their own when it comes to fragrances and personal preference, but with that being said, here are some of my own. And I mentioned under candles, you can also shop by season, but I also have the Shop All Candles. So you don't know what kind of candle you're looking for. You don't really care if it's a collection or seasonal. You just want to see everything. Just click on All Candles, and then you will get a list of everything. I think by default, it's in alphabetical order. And so you can scroll through manually one by one, or start with all candles and then use the filters on the side to break it down. I want floral, that maybe, but maybe also am interested in fruity. Maybe I just looking at certain colors. You can filter it out that way, or if you know the size, you can do it down here at the very bottom. So Shop All Candles is just a way to shop everything and filter as you go. All right, so let's look at wax melts here. Now, wax melts, I don't have any collections, and I honestly have not put all of these in. This is just what I have at the moment available. And so I went ahead and added these, and I'm going to be updating pictures, by the way, on both the candles and the wax melts. I ran out of time, to be honest, and so I just made some really high contrast pictures with a black background just to get something up here. I like the fact that they're a little bit contrasty and rustic looking, so I just went with that for now, just to highlight the colors and the fragrances. There's really not a whole lot to show with what wax melts. I will be adding some more lifestyle pictures and better pictures, absolutely, without a doubt. So, you know, it is what it is for now. Same concept that you can filter out to the left here. Okay, so let's take a look at resources here. This is where we'd have the facts page and just questions about, you know, the products in general, you know, the shipping, basically any questions you might have that are fairly common and can be found in the facts section. Wholesale, I obviously do wholesale and I have stockists, but I don't have that information here. It's going to take a little while to build that out. So for now, it just says coming soon. But if you're interested in contacting me about it, you can click here and it will take you to the contact form, which is right here. Nothing fancy, standard contact form. So that's a major overall look at the total website. Now, I've left one thing off here I'm going to get to in just a sec. Now, for those of you that are curious, when you do add an item to the cart, basically the way I have this set up right now is I try to cover some of the shipping and offset a little bit with the price of the products on orders under a certain amount. And so if you order, you know, 1 or 2 candles, you can pay like an economy shipping, which is like around $5 or so. And it's just standard economy, first class, or ground shipping. If you want something faster, you can choose priority shipping for $12.95. And that's regardless of the size of the order, where it's going. I will eat the rest of the cost. You're really just helping to offset the cost of wanting it sooner and priority shipping. And then for all orders over $69 is free ground shipping on all orders. And if ground shipping you are concerned or you think wouldn't get there as fast as you might want it, you still have the option to pay priority shipping if you want. But just know that anything over $69, at least at the time of this video, is free ground shipping. Lastly, for all you candle makers, a lot of you follow me on the YouTube channel, you follow me on Instagram, Facebook page, the Facebook group that I run, and other resources. And so right now, this is not very built out. There's only a couple things to choose from, but underneath for makers, you'll find 2 links. One is to the YouTube channel. You click that, it's just going to take you to the YouTube channel. And most of you are probably already subscribed. And if you're not, go ahead and do it. But now, depending on your browser that you're in and what settings you have in your browser, if you click that, it may launch in a separate website. But if you have like pop-up blocker turned on or something like that, then if you click this, it might not pop up. So if that happens, I can't really do anything about that. It's based on your browser. You can always go to youtube.com/BlackTieBarn, or just go to YouTube and search Black Tie Barn. You'll find me. I'll pop right up. All right, but some new exciting news that I couldn't wait to share with all of you is you'll see this option for wicks. Most of you know that I'm a huge user of Premier 700 series wicks. They work great in my jars. They work great in the type of waxes that I use. I've been a proponent of them for a long time. You'll see me mention them in so many videos. As all of you know, there are tons of wicks to choose from. And I do plan eventually under this makers to add other materials like other resources, the blog, links to other resources as well. But for now, there's just wicks. And if you click on wicks, it's going to bring you to this page. And as of now, as of launching this video or the website, I am now proudly distributing Premier 700 series wicks. I've been working with the manufacturer of these wicks. I use them so heavily. I talk about them so much. It just seemed like a natural relationship and a natural thing to do. So I'm starting off with a small to decent amount of stock and inventory for every single size they carry. That is 29 different sizes, I think. Premier 700 all the way up to 799-8. Best part about these Premier wicks is they work in so many jars and applications. They're cotton core wicks if you're brand new to using them, but because of the incremental sizing, 700, 705, 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way up to 90s, it's so much easier to dial in the proper wick size with these wicks compared to a lot of other wicks. Now, I'm going to list some resources on these pages to help you with general wick guidance, but as most of you are fully aware, it's going to entirely depend on the type of wax you're using and the jar you're using, number of wicks you're using. So it is not just a black and white, this wick for this size of candle, or this wick for, this fragrance oil or wax or anything like that. It's really going to depend on your own application, but I can provide some general guidance passed along from the manufacturer as well. And they've also provided me with a wick comparison chart to help you, if you're coming from another wick type, you can see under the Premier 700 wicks, which ones are pretty comparable to give you a good way to get going and start testing. If you click on any of these right now, I don't have this fully built out. I will have it ready by the time the site launches. So if you're watching this after the site launched, it might look different. But I'm going to be offering these. As you can see right now, it just shows 250 with no other options, which is that's just a random number. Really what you're going to see is sets of 12. So like little packs of 12, 25, 100, and 500 for now. So 4 different options is the plan, and then price breaks accordingly. And I'm hoping that for all of you purchasing your Premier 700 wicks that you will come here to start getting those in the future. As I mentioned, I use them a ton myself, so I can provide a lot of helpful information, I think, in regards to these wicks, but also I carry every single size that they possibly have. Now, other places you can find these Premier 700 wicks for sure, and sometimes you're going to find them at like crazy high prices because they include shipping in. Like they might have free shipping on the wicks, but the cost of the wicks is like double what mine would be. I'm going to have a mixture of that, so I will have good prices with good shipping, and then at a certain amount it will be free shipping. So I think you guys will be happy with this, and I'm really excited to be offering these. And to get started, if you guys have questions about these wicks, let me know. But check out my other videos on the channel. Check out my All About Wicks video. And definitely check the page here in the near future for more resources on these wicks. I'm very excited to be carrying these, and I just wanted to let you all know that they are now officially available. All right, guys. Well, that is a overall look at the entire website. There is a lot more I still need to do, especially under the hood, behind the scenes. I need to set up some applications and some plugins and some things that really are going to affect me and how I do things behind the scenes, not so much on your end. But with that being said, thank you all for stopping by and taking a little bit longer than I anticipated to watch this video and get a tour of the new website. I know it's been a long time. Some of it has changed a lot. Some of it hasn't changed a ton. Behind the scenes is entirely different. So thank you all for your patience while I've been trying to get moved into new spaces and redo a lot of products and work on some changes on the website. It's been a crazy year. And at this point, we're just going to wait and let the shopping begin. I'm going to be super interested to see which products start going quickly and that I run out of stock of the first, because I have a feeling I'm going to be making more products this weekend. Hopefully, anyway. As always, check out this next video here, and a big thank you to the sponsors of this channel. See y'all next time. Thanks.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.